Hello folks, here we are. I'm sorry for being late again. I'm trying to break this habit, but it seems that work always comes ahead of everything else, and I was trying to get a few boxes done and ready for the mail today. But here we are, ready to go. I don't have a list yet for tonight's auction, but there will be an auction this evening. I'm working on that now too. This is the roll we have for today, right here. 1953S. It's a double end capped roll. I'll open it up here real quick. Try to get into it. Hope everybody can hear me just fine. I haven't really... There's Doug. There's Jim. So there we go. We got a couple of people in. Yeah, also invoices. Yes, I know. There's so many things to do and so little time in life. One of these days I'm going to slow down a little bit. Okay, this one is going to be a little cantankerous about letting things go. So hang on just a second. Let me... It's going to take a little extra talking to get this one open. Sometimes you have to slice these. Oops. Sometimes you have to slice them with a blade to get them open. And they are going just everywhere. This is not as successful an opening as I wanted. But they are working their way out. Hang on a second here. This is one of those tubes you can't predict. Some of these are really hard to get into, and some of them are super simple. I'm doing this on a wooden desk, so it's not hurting the coins at all. It's a matter of getting them to move. It'd be a half an hour just getting this stupid thing open. Here we go. Come on. Give it up. There we go. They're coming out now. I do need a secretary. Problem is, I need to be able to afford to pay a secretary. Selling pennies is not exactly as profitable as it could be, I guess. Okay. I have the coins out of our little tube. I have to get them restacked in order. And folks, don't ever do this without washing your hands very carefully prior to the act, because you don't want to get anything on these coins that isn't already on them. There's some really nice coins in here. They're really pretty ones. Let's see. See if I can find the roll ender again. The roll ender was a little different from some of the others. There we go. Okay. Sorry about this. About the longest I've taken to get a roll open in quite some time now. Alright. There we go. Let me get this moved up so everybody can actually see what's going on. There we go. scope. And make sure that's working. Yes. Alright. Here we go. Crisis averted. Let me get out coin number 1. See what we're doing here. Malcolm. Malcolm comes up first. Oh, wait a minute. I lost my chat here. I don't want to lose my chat. Gotta know what's going on. There we go. I did do okay last night. With sleep. Alright, where are we here? Oh, I've got this set wrong. Hang on just a second. There we go. Now there is absolutely no telling what I'm going to run into in this roll, because I have only seen the end coins, and that has been proven here today. We have no idea what was in it. This thing was wrapped up in probably the 1960s. Either 50s or 60s it was wrapped up. So we got nothing on the obverse of that coin. Let's check the reverse real quick. We'll do the reverse on the first 10 coins. 1953S is not known for double die reverses. We could prove that wrong today, but I don't have a lot of hope for that. There have been tons of 53S openings over the years, and nobody's found any, so I'm just going to go on the idea that we're looking for RPMs here. We've got some coins that have a little bit of bag damage on them. Well, kind of heavy hits from being in a bag. Let me get my light down a little lower. We're more used to looking at it this way. All right, let's check the reverse of this coin. And see where things fall out here. We've got another normal reverse. That one was for Sissy. Moving up to coin number 3 now for Eric. There's a nice RPM. That's a very late die state example of, I don't know which, but one of the nicer RPMs. But that is a very late die state example. And there's a nice... What the heck is that? That's a huge scar on the die right above the 3. That's going to make for some awesome markers. Very late die state. Probably the latest die state 1953S I've ever seen. And it's an RPM. So that'll help us a lot in RPM studies. Let's check the reverse and see if that one also is heavily die worn. It is. Very heavily die worn coin. Die is about to fall apart. But that's our first RPM for the roll. I haven't completed the remainder of the bag pull from after the show. I went on to bed, and I'm going to finish that today. I've got to get it finished today. Get them started in the mail on Thursday. They'll be going out on Thursday. I'm not holding out a whole lot of promise for anything more than a minor doubled eyelid. It appeared to be what you would generally consider a dud roll. This was the ender right here. So this one ended up falling inside, but this was the ender, and it has nothing on it. So there is coin number 4. Now number 5. The 63 bag, it was very, very sparse. There was one minor double die lid that I only found one example of so far. I've got to get a bunch of them out on the stick and look at them with two eyes under the scope and get acclimated to the bag before I really know what's going on. Here's coin number 6. This one goes to Doug. And Mr. Doug gets looks like another normal coin. Double die crack. Running triple die crack on the head. Head's about to explode. Late die state coin. No doubling on the obverse. Let's check the reverse and see what we have there. It is also late die state with an active spot on it. There's a active little carbon spot, probably should come off. Coin 7 now. Coin 7 goes to Parviz. And Parviz gets, well, it's a nice earlier die state coin, but it appears to be normal. Just another normal one. I have had a little bit of a headache, kind of a tension-like headache in the back of my head. It's been there for nearly 3 full weeks. And I'm working on trying to get that kink out of things, you know, make it better, but it really has caused an undue amount of physical stress on me. Now see, here's another one. This matches. No, it doesn't. Never mind. Wow, look at that. Big die crack. I was going to say this matches Eric's coin, but I don't think it does. Because it doesn't have the doubling that Eric's coin has, so. But it is a very late die state coin. This is a less than fully impressive roll. The coins are bright. They're nice and bright, full luster. But there's bits of it that just don't ring very well, like a few spots here and there and a bunch of very late die state coins. But you can't do much about that. There's one for Sissy again. Sissy's second coin in the roll turns out to be, well, not an RPM. And not a double die obverse. Let's check the reverse. We got a couple more coins we're going to be looking at the reverse on. And then we'll give up the ghost on trying to find double dies on the reverse of 1953 S Lincoln Cents because, well, to this day, I don't think there's ever been one found. And of course, that could be due to an absence of people looking at the reverse of their 1953 S coins because nobody has one listed. They don't expect it. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy that we never have something because nobody looks, because nobody's listed, because nobody looks. So perhaps I just give it that once in a while that we might actually be able to change something by looking, you know, by actually being the people who look. That's how you discover stuff. You become a looker. Alright, that's it for the looking for now. Paul? What do we get for Paul here? Well, not an RPM. That one does have a little bit of the abraded die doubling. That happens when dies start to wear. They start to chip away toward the outside edge. And on 53 and 55 and a few other years that have some part of the last digit of the date that more or less parallels the rim, as the die wear comes onto the die, you start to get this doubling on the outside edge of the last digit in the date. That happened in 1955. They call those poor man's doubles, poor man double die. I don't like to call them double dies at all because they don't have anything to do with double dies, but it is on the die and it is doubling. Yes, I understand, but it's not hub double dies. But that's Paul's coin. Let me move on here to coin number 12. Taco John. And I have another, appears to be a normal coin here. Okay. 13 for Carl. That's another normal coin. No doubling. Oh, Taco John. Good day, sir. Jim Fletcher. Jim Fletcher up next. Let's see. What do we get for Jim? Well, there's a different die. But doesn't look like there's anything going on. Well, there is. There's a double lower serif there. So that one will be a listable one. A lot of heavy die scratches through the date area. So we have a minor RPM here. That one's got easy markers. There's gargantuan die scratches running north and south around through the date. Check the next coin. See what we come up with here. It's one of our very late dice date coins again. But it's not the same as Eric's because Eric's actually had an RPM on it. I know I can't leave the habit of wanting to check the reverses just to see what's there. Give it a good quick eyeball. Here's coin number 16 now, Taco John. Oh, Taco, you might want to come back. Well, we got nothing here. Nothing on the obverse. It is a pretty decent coin, though. It's a very nice coin, actually. Well, nothing there. Let's move on to number 17. Number 17, Stephen. And nothing on the date mint mark area, nothing on the eye, and nothing anywhere else on the obverse. I'll put that one in its holder and move on. Coin number 18 now goes to Carl. Carl with coin number 18. See, there's another one of our very late dice date coins. This one could possibly, maybe, be an RPM, but I don't really see it. Man, that is very late dice date. Super late. See, these coins minted by dies that well exceeded their normal lifetime. It's kind of like seeing people over 100 years old. They just seem different. Fragile, very wise, but very wrinkled. That's what we're getting out of these very late dice date coins here. There's, I believe there's 2 die pairs that we're running through that are very late dice date. That looks like it could be. I don't know, make a call on that. That one's just, it's really difficult to tell sometimes when you don't have your eyeballs right up to the scope. exactly and precisely what you're looking at. Here's coin number 21 now. 21, Taco John. No. Nope, nope, nope. Nothing there. Number 22. Paul? Well, earlier dice date on this one, but I don't have any doubling on the mint mark. Nice big marker out in front of the nose there. Look at that huge die dot right out there in the field. That's big. All right, coin number 23 now. 23 for Mr. Fletcher. And Mr. Fletcher gets... yeah, it looks like another normal one. Number 24. Mark. Mark Thomas. Let's see what you get. Is that maybe... no. Not a split lower serif. Now halfway through the roll, Anthony. Anthony, there you go. There's one of those. That's the RPM that Eric had early on. It's a nice RPM. It's very late dice date. I mean, very late dice date. And this thing, wow. But that'll go on the pile with Eric's. And on to coin number 26, Coins and Ghouls. Well, that one's parked awfully close to the 5, but it doesn't have anything else going on with it. Let's see. Nope, just a 53S. Okay, here we go. Coin number 27. Parviz. Parviz gets another one of those RPMs. Very nice marker up there with that huge die ding above the 3 of the date. It's a very unusual looking thing. So Parviz gets an RPM out of this. Now coin number 28 for Techstar. Oh, Techstar. Yeah, later dice date coin, but it is not the RPM. This is not the RPM you're looking for. I love that. Let's see here. I don't see anything else on this one. Moving right along. Coin number 29. This one goes to Eric. Well, it looks like we have a split lower serif. We do. Yep. Split lower serif, and it looks like... yep, we've got doubling on the inner curve as well on the top. So that's probably the nicest RPM in the lot so far here. It's a nice one. Very nice looking RPM. Congrats to Eric. Let's see what else we have on here. Alright. Nothing else there. So Eric gets a nice RPM. This is the first one of these I've seen in this roll. course, Eric will probably find a few others that I could have missed, but coins and ghouls, let's see what you get on your next pull here. And I don't see anything on this one. Nothing at all. I think I've got another one scheduled at 2 o'clock. I gave myself a lunch break, so I think I will take that lunch break. Give me some chicken sandwich with some mustard, some cheese, lettuce. Here's one for Dennis. Dennis? Yeah, that one's going to turn out to be a normal one, too. Eine normale Münze. Okay. Oh. My neck. I think I need a massage therapist. There we go. There's another one of those. Nice double split lower serif. Big giant die scratches running north and south through the date area. This one's going to go to Kevin. It's going to be another example of the RPM found on coin number 14. This is coin number 33. So roughly 15 between. Jim Fletcher got the last one. And here we go with Anthony. Anthony gets the Eric RPM. Yes, the very late die state all wrinkled up RPM that has a huge die abrasion above the 3 of the date. Nothing else on these, but it does have a big extra thickness. You can see a lot of extra thickness in the upper curve, and that's where we're working toward the idea of this being an RPM. And a pretty nice one, too. Let's see. Get that put on that stack with the others. Techstar comes up next. Techstar. Broadcasting. And let's see. Wife calling me from downstairs. Doesn't know that I'm on the horn. Yep. I ain't got nothing on this one. Nothing there. All that. Huh. Tough telling what that is. Some sort of chemical. Now 36. Richard. Let's see what Richard gets. Well, we've got nothing on this particular coin, I don't think. No. Nothing there. Got in some more new stuff I've been putting in the closet this morning, trying to get everything organized a little bit. I ended up with about 14 boxes of original bank wrap coins that I'm trying to put away and trying to figure out where they go, what to do with them. Might have to make some 50 roll mystery boxes just to get a large group lot of rolls moved so other people can enjoy them instead of, well, straying on the walls of the closet. That's about all they are right now. Carl says, okay. Here's 39 for Carl. Let's see what Carl gets out of here. Yeah, nothing here. Carl says bin. I don't know yet exactly what I'm going to do with this. Number 40 goes to Eric. This is Eric's third coin. Is he going to get an RPM in this one too? No. Not an RPM for his third and final coin in the roll. We'll pop that one into the normal pile. Mr. Fletcher. What does Mr. Fletcher get? Yeah, that's another one of the normal coins. Yeah, missed the trifecta by just that much. Well, I guess it's not always going to work out in your favor. Sissy. There's an RPM. RPM for Sissy. I don't really need to look at the rest of it. We know there's nothing on the rest of it. But the RPM, I wish it was earlier die state, but you know, we get what we get. It is what it is. You can't change fate. Whatever it happens to be is what we get. That's the way of the universe. Kevin? Well, there's another one of these with the really heavy north and south die scratches. So we've got the split lower serif, nice one. So we move on, take a look at what else we get there. No doubling on there, but it is the third example of a nice RPM in the roll. Malcolm up next. Nothing particular. How about number 46, Stonecutter? Stonecutter, what do you get? Yeah, unfortunately another normal coin. We've got some die varieties in this roll. It's not a dud, but it's not a high producing roll either. Looks like we've got about 10 die varieties out of this roll. About 10, roughly 10. Cap Morgan dollar. Let's see what you get. There we go. That's another of that third RPM. That one that's got the doubling on the inside curve. It's got the nice split lower serif. So that's going to turn out to be a winner. That's our second one of those so far that I've seen. That's for Cap Morgan dollar. Number 48 now. Let's see. I am short one coin in this roll. I just noticed that. I'm supposed to have 3 coins left and I've only got 2. So I'll do that as a credit to whomever coin number 50 turns out to be. Here's number 49. It was to Parviz. I'll check on the floor here real quick and make sure that I didn't drop one, but there is a die number 3 again. Or is that number? No, it's number 2. Sorry, this is die number 2 for the roll. For this particular roll, anyway. Got those nice long, sharp die scratches running north and south through the date area. Nice double split lower serif. Alright, that one will go to Parviz. And I'm going to check to be sure that I didn't drop coin number 50 somehow. No, looks like we got shorted a coin in a roll, and that's going to go to Stonecutter. So Stonecutter is going to get a... he's going to get a discount on his invoice for the amount of this coin. So unfortunately, we turn out to have 49 out of 50 coins. That's what we've got. All right, let's take a look here real quick and see what we have. This is the very late die state, what I call die 1 out of this roll. Got 5 of them. 2 of them belong to Anthony. This is the die number 2, the one with the heavy die scratches. Kevin gets 2 of those. This is the die number 3, the earlier die state one with the really nice split lower serif and the doubling on the inside of the upper curve. So that's what we have in that. And our normal coins turns us up to a roll of 49. And that will end reveal number 515. I appreciate it, folks. I'll see you guys after I get finished with my lunch and get this next roll ready. This next roll is a 1955 S roll. All right, I'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot.